All right, number 19 or 20. We'll do both. So number 19, the volume of a cube with side length x is v of x equals x cubed. The volume of a sphere with radius x is shown in the graph when x equals 2. Which volume is greater? Okay, so you're actually meant to compare the volume of a cube with side length x and the volume of a sphere with the radius x. So what does this mean? Means so the volume of a sphere is shown in the graph. So this is for the sphere. That means when the radius is 1, the volume of the sphere is around here, which is about 4, 4, 3, right? So what's the volume of the sphere when x equals 2? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. So that means we have to figure out the volume of a sphere when it hits x equals 2. But before that, let's deal with the volume of a cube. Volume of a cube. Okay, volume of a cube with side length x. So we know v of x equals x cubed. And let's look at the question here. When x equals 2, which volume is greater? So whenever you're dealing with questions like this, all you have to do is plug in 2. So v of 2 equals 2 to the third power, which is, the volume is 8. So our volume when x equals 2 is 8. Okay, now we have to figure out, is that greater than or less than the volume of a sphere? So our sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So this is volume of a sphere. I should probably label that. Yes, you do have to deal with fractions. Volume of a sphere. So it says when the radius is x, right? The radius is x. So that means I'm going to replace r with x. Okay? And now the question is telling me what happens when x equals 2. So now I'm going to replace this x with 2. Now I'm just going to bring down all of my other, make sure you're multiplying 2 to the third power. Okay? So this becomes 4 over 3 times pi times 2 to the third power is 8. Obviously, 8 times numbers times other numbers is already greater than the volume of a cube. So the volume of a cube is less than the volume of a sphere. Alright, so if you multiply this together just by logically looking at it and speaking, it's going to be greater than just 8. Of course, if this was 1/3, then you have to figure out if it's true or not. But this is still greater than 1. So that is greater than the volume of a cube. Now let's do the same thing for number 20. But now we can actually see where x equals 1/3 is. So these are in quarters. So this is 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. 1/3 is going to be around here. Okay, now let's check. Well, since it's actually pretty small, it's not very accurate, so we still have to actually do this. So volume of a cube. Of course, you have to read the instruction first, but these two are pretty much the same questions. Volume of a cube, v of x equals x cubed. We know what x is. So v of 1/3, that's 1 over 3 to the third power, which is 1 over 9. Okay, remember 1 over 3 to the third power is 1 over 3 times 1 over 3 times 1 over 3. So 1 times 1, that's 1. 3 times 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay? So this is the volume of a cube. Now let's do volume of a sphere. It would be 4 over 3 and pi r cubed. We know radius is x, so we'll replace it with x. 4 over 3 pi times 1/3 cubed. So same thing again. This is 1 over 9 based on what we found here. And it's still greater. This is still greater. This is still greater. So therefore, the volume of a cube is less. But to verify, let's put this let's multiply this. So it's 4 over 27 times pi. Put it in your calculator. We get 0.46, approximately 0.46, and 1 divided by 9 is approximately 0.11. And that continues on forever. Okay, so that's what you have to do here. If you have any questions, please